Good afternoon, ladies of the aspiring business world. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. I've popped on now before the Friday night onslaught because obviously I've got such a hectic, busy social life. But no, in all honesty, I've got a little bit of free time now. I've been out for lunch with my son, who is sat just there watching and listening, which is a little bit strange because I normally do these when I'm alone. I don't like people interfering, if you know what I mean, or staring at me. Feels a little bit strange. If you're tuning in on the replay, thank you very much. My name is Claire Carrington and I am co-founder of Aspiring Businesswomen along with my Bezzy, Andrea Wild. So the title of this is Do Less, Be More You. And I've been meaning to come on here, ironically, for about 2 weeks now. I've had this one planned out. I've got my notes below me here. Da, 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 which I do for all of my live streams because you never know when you're going to go off on a tangent, on a random tangent, which is quite often the case if you watch some of my live broadcasts. First thing I want you to do is have a look at your calendar for the next 2 months. We're at the end of October now. If your calendar's anything like mine, and I know Andrea's as well, November and December just get manic. I use like 3 different calendars. I use my diary, my phone, and, rightly or wrongly, I use our social media planners to plan my life as well. There's nothing to do with social media on here. It's just another great way because I'm quite a visual. If I'm in my kitchen, it's an easy place for me to find what I've got planned. So I've just made up my own diary. Look, this one's October, November, and then the next one is November, December. And if you can see on there, all of my Thursday, Fridays are getting booked up really quickly. With that in mind, and I wasn't going to talk about it, I actually signed up to a free online booking calendar, so people who want to book dates with me can do so via that now, which makes life so much easier for me because it comes into my email and my free times in that calendar if I update it, which I have done. I've already put all my existing dates in there. So what does your calendar look like already for November and December? What I don't want you to do is burn yourself out over the festive season. We all know how easy that can be. We don't like to say no to anything, especially if it's business related, because FOMO, fear of missing out, and because it's not natural to say no to anything that's related to your business. However, it's really easy to double book yourself. It's really easy to have to let people down because you've double booked yourself. If you start controlling it now and set yourself some ground rules between now and January, you can avoid all of that. Avoid causing yourself heartache and misery because you've let other people down, or you feel like you're not doing yourself justice as well. And the burnout is far worse than it is by being honest with other people. We've both suffered burnout in the last couple of years and had to take a little bit of a step back and reevaluate everything that's going on around us because it manifests itself in different ways as well. For myself, I was having skin problems all around here, like horrible, dry, crusty, horrible. That was about 18 months ago. And ever since then, I've made sure that I've looked after myself the best I can. So not only am I encouraging you to look after your diary, I'm encouraging you to look after yourself too. It is so important. Anyway, going back to your calendar and how it looks, I want you to have a look at it. And if you had to cancel 3 appointments that are already in your calendar, which 3 would it be? You don't have to tell us, but it's just something to bear in mind when you're feeling like you are at your limit and you really don't want to push yourself to get to that next appointment, or you know that in 3 days' time that you're just going to be so overloaded and travelling from here to there to A to Z and having to hit everything in between. Which 3 appointments would you cancel to make your own life easier? Look at your diary, and are you including the 3 most important people in your life in your calendar over the next 2 months? Have you got days out with your children? Have you got meals planned with your parents? Have you got a date night with your other half? All of these things are going to make you feel like you're achieving more of a work-life balance, which is so, so important in November and December. I can't even begin to stress. I've got so much in my diary already that I'm already thinking, oh, yeah, because I know I've got other things to put in there as well on weekends, because I did the same thing last year. I kind of committed to helping the homeless over winter, which is a great thing to do, and I do love it. However, it does make my life crazy, which is why on my online booking system, I have big chunks of time where people can't book to see me because I know that I need time to do other things as well. Time management is key, folks. Time management, diary management, family, life, work, balance. That's what we're talking. What we don't want you to do is sit down on Christmas Day, have your lunch, and this happens to so many people. You have your lunch, which you've probably cooked as well, and you sit down and you relax and you go, I can feel a cold coming on, and your body starts to ache. It's like your mind lets go because it's Christmas Day, and your body then goes, oh, we're in a relaxed mode. Here are the germs. Because when you're functioning on that adrenaline, which we do quite often, you don't become ill because you can't, because you've got to keep going. You've got to keep meeting these appointments that you've booked in. You've got to keep to your commitments. The moment you relax is the moment you become ill. And I'm sure you all have suffered that at some point in your life. I know I have. It's the same if you go on holiday, isn't it? You come down with a stinking cold or some kind of virus because your body's relaxed. So take a look at your calendar. Take a look at where you need some time for you over the next couple of months. It's only 2 months. In 2 months' time, Christmas is over. Plan in everything. Do you know what's coming up in November? Have you got all your campaigns already? Do the hard work now. Have you got everything lined up that you need to have lined up for your business to function without you? That's another topic that I'll be talking about at a different time. For instance, Black Friday, the last Friday in November, massive sale day. It's a massive shopping day, probably one of the busiest shopping days online and on the high street. Have you got anything planned for that? I'm going off on one of those other random tangents, aren't I? Because that wasn't anything to do with do less, be more you. But I'm trying to help you plan for the next couple of months. Just getting rid of that notification. Here's another point. Have you identified areas in your life where you are wasting time? By wasting time, I mean it's not being productive, or it's not doing you any favours, it's not doing your business any favours. For example, don't post things on Facebook or on Instagram because you feel obliged to. Only do those things when you feel passionate about it. If you're doing it out of obligation, it doesn't have the same feeling, does it? And if you don't have that necessity to constantly be posting irrelevant content sometimes on your social media, then you're going to lighten your own load, which then allows you time to do other things as well, like getting the social media planners, which are available on our website, which you don't have to use for social media. You can use to plan your life and the lives of those around you too. I love them, I really do. It's quite handy that I've got them to hand in my garage too. 52 sheets in there, don't you know? Have you heard of the word hustle? What does the word hustle conjure up in your mind? To me, a hustler is somebody who is on it 24/7. They don't drop the ball. They are always on it. Go, 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 go. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about hustle all the time. Zach Buckler, he's always on about the hustle. Get it done, get it done, get it planned. Oh, and they just don't stop. When do they take a breath and relax and spend time and have that work-life balance? I'm sure they do, but the image that they project isn't one of what I like. The life package. The life package. So you've got your friends and your family, and you've got your business, and you've got you, and then it all cohesively fits together. That is what you want at the end of the day. You don't want to be working 24/7 because you will burn out. Please go back to your calendar and plan it very carefully. Don't forget to put in ABW Christmas parties. Well, there's a Christmas lunch, a Christmas dinner, and a Christmas party. You have 3 to choose from in 3 different locations. You can come to all 3 if you want. Andrea and I are. We've got 3 Christmas parties this year. Might be a little bit tired after some of them, who knows? Which means I need 3 outfits as well. Must plan in some shopping time. So I think that's about it really. I want you to just do a little bit of synopsis. Check your diary. If you had to cancel 3 appointments in the next 2 months, which 3 appointments are not priority to you? Which 3 appointments can you push back to the new year to allow you some free time to do other things that are more productive or more beneficial for you? Set your boundaries now. Set your boundaries for how you are going to manage your time between now and January the 1st. January the 1st, let it all begin again, because you haven't got Christmas in the way and you haven't got the necessity to go around the country visiting family and friends and doing crazy stuff like I will be doing. If you want to know what that is, it's the helping the homeless collecting shoe boxes for men and women. If you want to know more, please contact me. Do you like that? A little bit of a slide in there. But that is the essence of it. Please, please, please maintain a work-life balance over the next 2 months. It's the 6th of the year. It's not that long. Have a great Friday, peeps, and I shall see you soon. Bye.